I realized my best friend hated me at my wedding. The signs were there long before my wedding day. I just didn't want to see them. My best friend, Lena, was my maid of honor. We'd known each other since college. I was the outgoing one. She was quieter, observant, always in my orbit. She was the one who introduced me to my husband years ago. The troubles already started with the bachelorette party. Reservations were wrong. Half the group didn't show up due to miscommunication, and it was disappointing instead of fun. Then came the wedding planning. Wrong color scheme in the venue. Vendors given the wrong times. Flowers delivered to the wrong entrance. Nothing big enough to cancel anything, but enough to keep me constantly apologizing and fixing things. The morning of the wedding, I was already on edge, with all the little mishaps that made my wedding day less than my dream day, but more like a nightmare. In the bridal chamber, my mother gave me a loving talk that calmed my nerves before leaving for her seat. It was just Lena and me making sure everything was perfect. At the last moment before I was supposed to go walk down the aisle, she tripped over. The small table and the coffee my mom was drinking ended up all over the front of my dress. We both looked at the big brown stain in disbelief. There was no time to fix it and no time to argue. Her saying, "It'll be fine. No one will notice," was like a slap on my face. But before I could respond, she left to stand as the head of the bridal party, while I stood there alone and shaking. I don't even know how I walked down the aisle in a stained dress, but I tried to breathe and take one step at a time. Then came the moment for the rings. The best man handed his ring over. Then Lena stepped forward with mine. She dropped it. The ring hit the floor, rolled under the benches, and disappeared into the crowd. There was a pause. Awkward laughter. Guests leaning down to look. Something in me snapped. I turned to her and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "What is your problem with me today?" She yelled back even louder, "You're marrying the love of my life." It should have been me. The church went dead silent. Only the sound of her shoes echoed as she ran out. I stared after her, realizing every mistake suddenly made sense. My soon-to-be husband was flabbergasted, while his best man had an amused smile on his face. As he said to him, "I told you so." Someone eventually found the ring. The ceremony continued. We said our vows, but the moment was gone. Guests whispered. People avoided eye contact. The celebration felt forced, like everyone was pretending nothing had just happened. We skipped on the first dance as we spent it bickering. Guests left early. I never spoke to her again. She sabotaged my wedding because she couldn't stand watching me live the life she wanted. By the grace of God, the marriage survived, but it was a very rocky first year. Now we are happy parents of 4.